Hi guys, it's me, Xcrunch here. In today's video, we're doing part 2 of the City Skylines series. So as you can see, the traffic is flowing alright for the city, because we have these two one-way roads, which is allowing the traffic to flow into the city and out of the city. So in this video, I thought I would be focusing more on building some more residential, because since the demand is high, and currently we have 896 residents in the city. So I'm going to use these roads that come out here as a indicator of where I should be building the next road. So I'm going to build them out by 1,000, which should give us enough room to play with for the residential that we will be building in this area shortly. And we'll connect all these rows up together. And we'll do the same on the other side. Down to 1,000. So we're going to put in the low density residential. And that will give us plenty of residents in the city. So we are hoping to try and expand to the 1,000 population, and then we can try and attempt to get some transportation into the city. So I think I'm going to decommercialize these areas. And also in this video, I think I will be moving the industrial zone to somewhere else, so it's not clogging up the city with industrial buildings, and it's not giving the city an industrial feel, which we don't want in our city, because we want our city to be nice and green and invite residents into it, and we want people to live and be happy in the city. So now we're going to put in we're going to spawn in the residential. And we want all the residents to live in here. And that, by chance, that building there should change into residential. Just for quick, we just get the select tool. And we just select the whole of the area. Just be quicker. And we do the same on here. And now we connect the two rows together, or the 5, to make it look a bit better. So now we've got that there, we're going to be waiting for the... Actually now we need to go up and put the pipe work in, so the residents around here can get to the water, and then that'll make them more likely to move into our part of the city. So we're going to just connect that bit there. I'll do the same on the other side, which makes it, with the water, flow around the city more easily. And we just bring it down here to get the whole entire the water. So I've got the power grid, so if they all spawn in, the power should follow with them. And also, we can't put any parks in the city just yet, because we need a population of 1.6 thousand. And also in this, but now I'm going to be focused on moving the industrial area to this corner down here to get it away from the city. I'm going to build it out by 1,000, and I'm going to build it up here by 1,000. And just build this simple grid, which will house the start of our small industrial area in the city. There's a small little grid there, we can connect these down here. And just get rid of that one. And now we're going to add in the industrial area around here. So that's now fully industrialised. And now I'm going to be connecting the roads from this area up here. So first before I do that, I'm going to de-zone the whole of this area. And this area will be turning into a commercial. Now this area is despawning. And as you can now see, the demand for the industrial is getting higher. So now we have a population of 1,000, and we are going to delete. We can't delete the garbage, so we'll be having to wait for the incinerators in the newer area in the industrial area to get kicked in. Then we'll be able to get rid of the garbage from down here. So I'm going to put it in the standard coal power plant down up here. I'm going to put 2 in just to be on the safe side of the power, and then we're just going to connect the power grid up to this part of the city down here. And once we do that, we're going to get rid of that power plant. It's not actually connected to the power grid. Now it is now. So we're going to get a road. We're going to go get the normal road. We're going to connect it to the corner there. We're just going to connect it to there. Or we're going to go and get a... No, we're just going to connect to the normal road. Then in the future we can upgrade this road into a highway standard sized road. And we're not going to build on this road. This road is going to be free of buildings. So we're going to zone this little area here, which is still zoned for some reason. Get rid of these 2 buildings. And over here, where we built the industrial, we're going to put in some incinerators so we can incinerate the garbage. Instead of that, we're going to put some landfill in. A bit of landfill to try and hopefully clear that original landfill site that we put in. So now we can start the clean up of this industrial. So we're going to turn it off, and that'll hopefully stop the bin trucks from using this one. And we can't really hurt that one at the moment. So for now, we're just going to add in our bit of a low commercial down here. And over time, this area will start to replenish back into a non-industrialized area, and it will help the city to get a bit better. So down here, we're going to add a bit more of the commercial zone in. So now we have a population of 1,000. We're going to start adding the police department and the fire department to help the city to prepare for fires and stuff. So because the industrial zone is likely to catch fire, and there's going to be a bit of crime, and there's potential health risks with the industrial area, we're going to be adding a police, fire, and a healthcare centre in this area. And because we've reached a population of 1,000, we can now add into the city our health, or little school, and that can help get us onto the road of the educated workers in the city. So currently we have 2 of the schools that we've added in, and we're trying to wait for the this garbage plant to be emptied, and it is 3% full, but we can't empty it at the moment. So now we've got it on the emptying area. So all the garbage trucks will be emptying it into down here. So now we need to connect the water to the... We need to give this area some water instead. And then we'll connect it down to the pipes in the city. And there's now going to be some water in this part of the city. So we have a little demand for the commercial, which that'll start to supply the demand. So instead of putting the commercial in, I'm going to instead put some residential in this area. And around the sides, we'll put some low commercial. And then that will start to fill in. And then when we get a bit of a bigger population, we can put the high density in, and then that'll give us the bigger residential growth in this city, which we would like to have high density residents in the city. And because there's not many health clinics in the main area of the city, we'll add one up here. And then we'll probably do the same with the fire and the police. We'll add that one over in this corner. And now we're going to add a secondary fire service on the other side of the city. At this stage we cannot add a crematorium in to deal with the people that are dying out in our city. And now we should be seeing some growth in the city. So the residential that we just added is starting to spawn in with some little houses. And our industrial zone that we spawned in earlier is starting to grow now. And the garbage plant up here is looking like it might be just about empty. So we can relocate the building over into the new industrial zone over here. So that's moving it away from our part of the city. So as you can see here, we have the residential growth and the commercial growth, and as that enters into the city, it should remove the pollution that we have seen from our industrial zone, and our pollution will move over to this part of the city. So now we're going to turn off the stop emptying, and now this can be used, as well as the other landfill site that we have in the city as well. So we have a bit of a problem because of the sewage is entering into the waterway in the city. But at the moment we can't sort that out because we don't have the upgrade for the better sewage plant. So this one-way road is looking like it might be starting to congest from the commercial traffic entering in and out of the city. But as time grows on, we'll be entering a different highway entry into the city. So we get one 0.6 thousand people, we will be doing the upgrade for the leisure, and we'll be adding parks into the city, and then that will be making the residents want to come into the city and live here. So as you can see, we have a demand for the commercial. We have a demand for the low density commercial. So down here where the landfill site used to be, I'm going to add in the low density commercial. So that should be spawning in now nicely. And we have 1.5, so we're nearly at the 1.6. So now we have the 1.6 thousand that we need for our leisure. And now we can add in the parks, which we will be adding in around this area of the city, or around the bottom. So now we have a park around our city. We can start adding in some paths, and then that will hopefully get our residents to walk to different parts of the city. So around the city now I'm going to be starting to add some small parks. And that's not a particular small park, it's quite a big park. So I think I'll be adding in the playground to help us get the leisure in the city a bit higher, because our city hasn't got much of a leisure in it at the moment. So currently we are not at the high level leisure, but that means you might have to destroy a few buildings to get some leisure into the city, but that doesn't matter. So like this little leisure activity thing into the city. We'll add it where we can, where there's not many buildings that are going to get destroyed. So add it up, add it into this area here, and then that puts our leisure into, still in the medium. So add one down in the corner down here. Let's see what that does to the leisure in the city, which that has increased our leisure quite a bit. So add one more tiny little park into the city. We might add this one here, up here somewhere. Let's see what that does. And that one puts us up onto the high leisure. And we put a bit of leisure down in the commercial area. That'll help the commercial expand a bit more. So now we should be seeing some population growth into the city, and we'll be connecting the paths up later in the series. What I want to do is get a path that goes around the whole entire city and connects to a secondary park somewhere up here, and then that'll help the city expand, and there'll be more people wanting to come into the city, and then we'll be getting unlocks for the high density residents, and that'll make them more likely want to enter the city. So we need 2,600 residents to get our transportation in the city. But so far, the highway entrance into the city is looking okay. The residents are cleaning up this area nicely. So we have now got rid of the pollution from our residential area, and now the pollution has moved down to the industrial zone, unfortunately, which that's never a good idea. But now the industrial is having a rapid growth because of this park, and these workers are enjoying themselves in the park. and the power is running through the city. We have our water supply is at high, and the sewage treatment is at high. So guys, if you did like that video, like, subscribe, and share. I've been X Carranza. Goodbye.